You have the best ability to tell the real story about the impact of Albany's policies in your local communities. This short video will guide you in the process of getting your community's story heard by organizing a successful press conference. Here's how. Find the people who will tell your community's story best. Find a location. Set a date and time. Let the local newspapers, TV, and radio stations know about your press event via email, phone, or fax. Find the people who will be able to tell your community's story from different angles. Some examples include teachers, parents, students, school board members, and superintendents. They should be able to tell what's happening in the schools with passion and in a concise manner. Each speaker should only be speaking for about 2 to 3 minutes. For example, here's a clip from one of AQE's press conferences.
We have our last speaker is a parent from Troy School 16, Emily Pena. Emily?
This has become a pattern. It seems that when things need to be cut, the first to go is the children's education. The only thing left for us parents to do is bandage these cuts by fundraising to make the best out of the worst situations. I cannot understand why is it so hard to choose education over anything else. 2 of my children go to School 16 in Troy. We have a pool facility that can't even be used due to budget cuts. Also, School 12 closed down, making classes overcrowded for other schools.
Next, choose a location for your press event that is relevant to education, such as a school, a library, playground, or community center. Some things to consider when setting a date, time, and location of your press conference. Be considerate of speakers and participants' availability. Avoid holding press conferences during news broadcasts on the weekends or on holidays, so that the press will be more likely to attend. Be mindful of background noise, such as traffic. Most press conferences are held indoors in a quiet room. Be aware of weather conditions. If your press conference is outside, have a plan B in case of inclement weather arises. After settling on speakers, a location, date, and time, you're ready to alert the press. Create an advisory that simply answers the who, what, when, where, and why about your event. Be sure to include a main contact email and phone number in the advisory in case reporters have any questions about the press conference. You will want to send out the advisory to local newspapers, TV, and radio stations the day before your event and then again the morning of your event. Make sure to also contact the education reporters. If you don't have a media list, call your local newspapers, TV, and radio stations and ask who is the person to send your press release to. You will also need to create a press release that explains why you are holding a press conference and quotes that relate to the press conference's message from each of the speakers. For example, this is the quote from Emily Pena, the parent from Troy whose press conference clip was shown earlier in the video. At your event, you will need a facilitator to start off the press conference by giving a brief introduction about why the event is being held and what your demands and next steps are. This person will also introduce each speaker. The speakers should be speaking for 2 to 3 minutes. Anticipate questions from reporters after all of your speakers have presented. Posters or other visuals are useful in conveying your message at the press conference. Make sure to give each of the reporters a copy of the press release and be on the lookout for their media coverage the next day. After the event is over, email the press release to your media list, whether they attended or not. Don't forget to promote your press conference and your story by taking photos and sharing on social media pages including Twitter, Facebook, blogs, etc. Now you should be equipped to organize a successful press conference. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at AQE. We will try to help you work out any problems you might have.